Hi. There we go. Haha. Welcome to Captain's Log. I don't know why OBS keeps changing my microphone to default, but this is like the third or fourth stream that it's done it, and I am very upset. Because absolutely nothing has changed. Anyway, like I was saying before, we'll talk about goals later. This is my weekly show where I talk about, how I'm feeling about this state of the world collapsing around us, what I've been playing, doing, whatnot. This is my co-host Log. Log doesn't talk much, but he is pretty awesome. I don't know how I want to do this. I think I made the bottom banner a bit too tall, which means nope. Okay, yeah, because it's all of them. Basically, okay, yeah, stream health is excellent now because I actually have audio. I don't know why I didn't have audio before. I apologize. I walked away before because Cupcake, you were here and you asked me for a hug. I overview of my week. Weekly overview. Right here. So, this week is week 1 out of 4 of full-time work that Cake, my lovely, beautiful wife, picked up. This week is very challenging. Before we went on vacation, my focus for therapy and trying to help get my brain chemicals all balanced was to get more sleep. So I was working on the goal is to get up to 7.5 hours. Maybe more, maybe the full 8, but 7.5 is the right number when it comes to sleep cycles. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. That's 5 sleep cycles. Healthy sleep is very important for your overall well-being in the long run, your whole life, as well as your brain chemicals and neurochemistry. So this week has been very challenging because Cupcake is in the middle of the terrible twos. So Cupcake, you have been Cake has tried to, she's gotten you out of bed at like 9:15 in the morning, and then you don't actually become conscious until like 10:30, and then you're napping at like 4 in the afternoon, and you do need to nap because you haven't reached the point where you transition out of naps. And from what I've heard from other parents, there's a lot of kids who keep taking naps until they're like 4. But you nap later, and then you're bouncing off the walls until like 1:30 in the morning. And if Cake's not getting home until 1 in the morning, there have been nights this week where I've gotten less than 4 hours of sleep, like 3.5 or 3 hours and 20 minutes, because I have to wake up. And so this week has not been great for brain chemistry. Yesterday I forgot to take one of my meds. That didn't help my anxiety, and I had a meltdown over dinner, over prepping dinner, because there's a million other things that needed to get done, and I just didn't have the time, and the kid needed a bath, so it's like, scrap that dinner. We'll have to make it some other day. I have leftovers. Today I knew I was doing this show. Chicken nuggets. Dinosaur chicken nuggets. Chips. With the best barbecue sauce in the world. Just point that out there. And I can maybe I'll do a why I love maybe I'll do a why I love it segment on the barbecue sauce that I special order from a restaurant in Florida because oh my gosh, it's so good. So full of sugar, but so tasty. It has been a week. Like I said before, barely got to play any video games. But I survived, and I never have to do this week again. And that is something that I picked up. Where did I hear that from? I forget where is something. But is more daily. And it's like, if you had a bad day, at the end of it, just remember, never have to do that day again. That day's over. So like that's how I'm treating this week. It's like it's over. I'm done. I could relax. Like, oh man, just feels good to relax. Anyway, I'm going to theme song it up. This is the Captain's Log theme song. Yeah! Hi, Cupcake. A hug? You want a hug? Hey, you got a Cupcake? You heard yourself ask for it. You asked for a hug, and then you dropped your plastic tongs from your toy kitchen over the gate. Here. Use your tongs. Use your hug. I love you. You go watch Mickey? No, you're not coming in here. Go watch Mickey, dude. Go watch Mickey play with your cars. Okay. I have sent Cupcake, I have sent you on to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and play with your cars. It's so funny. So what my son does, he has a small collection of cars, and he will drive them over furniture and like along the back of here and then down and transition to the desk and like just go along here like so, and he will take the whole collection and he will move it from place to place to place. And at one point he moved he threw the plastic SUV truck down the stairs. And I'm like, okay, well that's the most breakable one. It's literally made of all plastic. So I bring it up the stairs because I was like doing laundry and heard it come down. And so I brought it up and put it up on top of the brake front with some of my smaller like one-piece figures and whatnot. And then he started bringing over each car and asking me to put them up there. And then today, he pointed and asked me to get them down, and I was like, good communication. So that's not my week, but alright. Dude, stop dropping the tongs in here. I'm doing a show. Can you watch Mickey, please? give you the tongs back, Cupcake. So if you could watch Mickey and you ran off, so I'm good with it. So if you couldn't tell, this is new, and this is mostly so I can see as my live show goes on. I can see how I need to break it up into smaller videos. So if I want to do a, you know, I'll get used to this eventually. If I want to do a why I love it, like just compilation of all the different things I love and why I love them, I will be able to just scroll through the video and see at what point I did that. Push of a button, it goes along the track. So it's I try to do it as a switch one after another, and oh man, it's got a white next to it, and it's fine. It is what it is. It's not meant to look great. It's meant if I want it to look great, I would make it look great. But I needed to get it done. So what I'm watching, playing, doing this week. So we got the email that next month, with our next billing cycle, Netflix is finally discontinuing the basic plan, and we will be bumped down to the standard plan, which is almost half the price, but there are ads. So I'm like, okay, what's on Netflix that I have fallen behind on or really want to watch? I never finished Cowboy Bebop. I should probably finish that, or just drop it, because Netflix isn't. It wasn't One Piece. There's never going to be a season 2 of Cowboy Bebop. They're never going to get through the second half of the series. And Last Airbender, we tried it, and we just couldn't really get into it. Oh, Mickey Mouse is done. More Mickey! More Mickey! Yeah. Hey, everybody! It's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you want to go to my secret clubhouse? Well, all right. Come on, let's go. Okay. Where was I? Oh, so Netflix. Like Umbrella Academy. Like I watched season 1, and then in the wait for season 2, I felt like the pandemic. They basically, we used Netflix, and then we got the Crunchyrolls between the Verizon, Disney Plus, Hulu bundle, like the free, Disney Plus and Hulu that Verizon customers get, and hitting the end of what Netflix had to offer as far as One Piece was concerned, as Cake and I watched One Piece together. I'm current, but I'm watching it a second time with her, because it is one of the greatest series ever made. And it's not a Why I Love It segment yet. It will be a future one, or its own whole video episode, whatever. So basically, we hit the end of what Netflix had to offer. I got the Crunchyroll subscription, and since then I've binged anime. Like, so much anime. And oh my gosh, there's so much good anime out there. There's also so much bad anime out there. Like, I don't care about the 50,000 isekais that have taken over or other genres that I just don't care about. I guess I'm a shonen fan. The fights, or an anime with a really good like driving plot, like Detective Conan. Like you want to try to solve a mystery alongside the characters. You know you're never going to, because they always leave just enough out. It's like, oh, well, Conan saw it, but they didn't show the audience, so the audience doesn't have the clue to figure out the culprit themselves, huh? Big fan of Detective Conan slash Case Closed since the Adult Swim days, by the way. Anyway, so this week I looked through my watch list and I was like, oh, The Dragon Prince. I had watched all 3 seasons of that when it you know was only 3 seasons. It's 6 seasons now, by the way. So in the span of this past week, I've binged 3 seasons of The Dragon Prince, and I'm now current. And it's so good. The themes of parents and children and their relationships and love and all that stuff is just beautifully done. I cried several times watching these seasons 4, 5, and 6. Definitely some heart-wrenching moments. Very good show. And if you didn't know, it's created by the guys who made Avatar: Last Airbender. But you know, it lasts longer. And Callum is voiced by the same voice actor who voiced Sokka. So like it just naturally feels like it's its own thing, but very much still the spirit of Avatar, going on quests and just seeing the world and encountering different cultures and ways of thinking. It's fantastic. Love it. But I'm not doing a why I love it section on it yet. The series ain't over yet. We just got the big thing that we hoped wouldn't happen happened at the end of season 6, and so you know there's gonna be a season 7. I don't know when, but you best believe I'm excited for it. Also, apparently, I mean, I sort of knew this because I did one of the last series I watched on Netflix was the latest season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because Crunchyroll didn't have it. It was a Netflix produced season. I don't know why they switched to Netflix, but so it is what it is. So that's what I'm watching, The Dragon Prince. It is. I can't recommend it highly enough. Had I watched these 3 seasons before becoming a parent, it would have hit much differently. But once you're a parent, your brain just shifts. Or like in the newest episode of My Hero Academia, it shifts. Yeah, Deku. I don't know where My Hero's gonna go because I know the manga just ended. Anyway, what have I been playing? This past week I played Sega Smash Pack Volume 1 on Dreamcast. That was my reservoir game, and it was 12 games because it's a compilation. The only Dreamcast game on it was Sega Swirl, which is the one that comes bundled with the web browser. on like all the Dreamcast demo discs, which is it's an okay. It's a different type of matching puzzle game. Um, yeah, some of the older ports just the audio was off and they didn't run great. And I've got the Mega Drive and Genesis collection on Steam. I need to figure out what games are in it because there's also a bundle which seems to have all the games separately. So I need to figure out what I actually have and what I don't have and yada 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 yada. Um Excited because next Thursday I am raising my very first Seaman. I've owned the game for what, 15 years? More than 15 years? Never played it. So, twitch.tv/Blue Rogue Reservoir. If you are interested in seeing a Seaman be born and raised, and I mean, the Seaman creature itself was voiced by Leonard Nimoy, so it's gonna be interesting. I am almost as excited as for it as I am to dive back into raising Chow and Sonic Adventure 2 for whenever I do my final two Sonic Adventure 2 emblems. One of which is a Dark Chow race, so I pretty much need to raise a Chow from scratch. Because the Dreamcast version doesn't show stats as easily as the GameCube version does. It's fine. What have I been doing besides having mental and emotional breakdowns? Working. Trying to be a good dad and keep my anger in check and just feeling like a failure at every turn. And that's like Mrs. Captain's log. Like the log isn't gonna keep me from holding back. I want to do better. I want to be a better father. And the Dragon Prince is definitely hitting extra close to home there. With the whole, everything I do or everything I did for my family. It's like, get the knife out of my heart. Oh, jeez. No, don't twist it. Just get. I'm worried about my anger. I've talked to my therapist about it, and I have issues, actually following through on the steps that I'm supposed to do to help like I think about it and I go through them, but not as great as I wish I could be. So we'll need to work on some improvement there. Obviously, my task. Obviously, I've been quite busy this week. So, what was that? Was that chocolate? What did I just get on my map? No, stop spreading more. Anyway, I got this lovely thing done. And I left it spotty on purpose. A, because the fill tool just didn't want to work right. And B, because I think it gives it some character. It would be so boring. The bottom would be so much more boring if it was strictly just text on a flat background. So I'm like, this actually looks like it has some character. Cool. We are going to dive into Politipop Theater. Boom! I did not line this up beforehand because I, as you can tell, have not fixed the legs. And that is symbolic of how, even though the Democrats have replaced Joe Biden, they have not actually fixed the fundamental problems of the party still supporting a genocide. So instead of Genocide Joe, we've got what? Bombing Kamala? I don't know. I'm sure Trump will think of a funny nickname. Not that he's any better. He's actually worse on the subject of genocide, but you know. Genocidal maniac's gonna genocidal maniac, am I right? I really, really, really need something to support this. And not. Do you work? This work? I mean, it's trying to. It's trying to work. Well, that didn't work. Okay, and like I remember, I have not done Politipop theater since before my vacation. So, apologies. All right, I've done it. I successfully stopped Joe Biden. I have tarred and feathered him at my own convention. I've picked a great vice president, hillbilly white guy from Ohio. He's fiercely loyal to me, unlike that traitor, Mike Pence, who is a very bad man and deserved to be hanged. But it didn't happen. So, welcome, J.D. Vance, generic white guy from Ohio, who will totally help me be better against Biden. I'm Joe Biden, and I've decided to drop out because I'm clearly not going to win this. Yeah. No matter how many push-up contests I challenge people to, they don't seem to think I've got it. They seem to think I'm too old. It's in no way because I've got a best friend over here. Ah, more weapons! Cupcake, not now. Can you go watch Mickey, please? Hold on. Cupcake, go watch Mickey, please. This is why I traditionally close the door. But I'm the only adult here, so I can't do that. Okay, he's gone. Um, hello? What the? Hello? Um, what? Oh, we're back. Cool. Sorry about that. The video froze on that input. Um, more weapons. Uh, well, I'm gonna keep sending them to you, but oh, I think she will. I think she will, because is the state of Israel runs the United States. Even though you give us money, we somehow own you. You probably shouldn't keep saying the quiet part out loud. What the hell are you gonna do about it? I want Trump to win anyway. I'm literally dragging my genocide out because Trump will kowtow to me more and give me even more weapons than Biden did. So, Trump 2024! That's what Israel wants! That's what the state of Israel wants! That's what I, Netanyahu, want! Because if Trump is in office, not only do I get more money, I get to make the war go on longer and longer, and then I never face charges. Criminal charges against me, they will vanish. Poof! Poof! Um, does anyone want to talk to me? Um, can, can, if you win, can I have a position in the, can I run public health? RFK, I don't want to have to tell you this, but actually I do want to tell you this. No, not at all. Bye bye. Um, Joe, if Kamala wins, do you think she'll give me a position if I back out? Well, Robert, no, she won't. Well, I guess that means I'm staying in this race. Just keep getting funded by my millionaire vice presidential pick and run against Kamala Harris, who was coronated and not actually elected in a Democratic primary, and Donald Trump, who is a convicted felon, literally. Please vote third party. Um, We don't want to. At least not for you, RFK. Oh, I'm gonna stay in anyway. Now no one will know. That's my plan all along. Yeah. That was something, huh? It's funny how you can just not actually run in primary elections and still get the nomination from a virtual roll call um, when a significant portion of those delegates belong to an anti-genocide movement. And yeah, Kamala Harris, get your shit together. The whole world's watching. You want to win? You better act like you actually want to win and hold Israel accountable. Hold the state of Israel accountable for their genocide. Netanyahu, don't give him a single weapon. Not a single other weapon. Withhold all aid from the state of Israel. Give aid to the Palestinians. They're being slaughtered. But the media won't say slaughtered about Palestinians. They'll use the worst language imaginable if an Israeli is killed. But Palestinians, oh, there was a bombing. No, it's a genocide. Anyway. Why I love it! After I turn on another episode of Mickey, because this is... Cupcake, you're being so good. You're in there playing with toys and watching Mickey, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to do this show without you coming over every 3 minutes. Because obviously, anytime I walk away from the camera, if you're watching this in the future, is time that you're just like, what's my dad doing? Why am I? When's he gonna get back? Do I fast forward? Do I skip back? I don't want that. So why I love it. What did I have down for today? I know what it is. I just forgot it. Oh, because we're on the topic of Netflix and things like anxiety and depression and mental health. I could have brought my motivational poster up. But then I'd have to hang it on the wall again. I do have a motivational poster with just Bojack's silhouette, and it says, "Every day gets easier." Or what's the full quote? Easy way to do this. Just keep clicking next desktop background. It gets easier. Every day it gets a little bit easier, but you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. BoJack Horseman helped me identify so much of my just how much my depression was affecting me personally, and how my choices affected others. I mean, it's all that's not even accounting for just what a brilliant show it is. all around it doing so many. BoJack Horseman spins so many plates so well, and the storytelling devices they use are fantastic. Obviously, I the videos on the internet just talking about the view from halfway down, like so good, so good. And if you're struggling with anxiety or depression or both, I highly recommend um, seeking the proper help. Uh, you can get it. And if you can't afford it, talk to close friends. Like do what you can to just open up and really connect. Because otherwise, I can tell you firsthand, like this stuff festering, it doesn't do anyone any good. Um, Plus, Mr. P, the cast of characters in BoJack is just so amazing. The the old Sugarman Place, another great episode. Beatrice's whole life is just a huge tragedy, and people are like in shock and horror about like the lobotomy and stuff. And it's like, no, if you look at history, like that stuff happened in that time period. Like that's the scary part. Like I've listened to today, I found out videos about it, and that was because people didn't quite understand the brain, and it seemed to fix and things, and you'd have surgeons just doing it over and over to a bunch of people, and before people realized just how harmful it was. So the mirror that BoJack holds up to our real world is just so poignant. All the very funny writing. Highly recommend it, and the title sequence changes as BoJack changes, and I absolutely I'm due for a rewatch, um, simply because of how amazing it is, and yeah, love BoJack Horseman. And you know what? It's not just a show about a talking horse, which is what I, you know, thought for the first what I think I came into BoJack like between seasons 5 and 6, so like I only had to wait like a month, and then season 6 started, and I was like, okay, I'm here, I made it, I made it right before the end, and man, it was worth the watch. Highly, highly, highly recommend BoJack. Anyway, moving on to weekly goals! And we are very excited because you see this board? Can you guys guess which one I did? We had Politipop Theater, but I had to prop up one of the legs with my toolkit. We have done our itinerary transitions for OBS, and my finger is a terrible, terrible dry erase. Ah! Baby centipede, leave my house. Does this... Alright, so Apparently, and actually, I'm pretty sure I wrote these before my vacation, which is probably why it's taking so much effort to get the dry erase marker. Whoops. It's fine. I'll hit it with water and so I'm not going to add anything. I need well, not this week and not next week, but the week after. I have guitar performances scheduled. So this whole practice guitar goal, I really need to get on that. This week was rough. I was doing I've been doing childcare pretty much as soon as I get home from work until way past my bedtime. Keep me on. I'm sorry for the yawning. It's been a very, very, very tiring week. So yeah, I'm want to practice the guitar. I do need to exercise. The temperature's finally starting to drop. So exercise isn't totally off the table. Much easier to exercise when this particular room where I would probably be exercising, or even if I exercise downstairs. Easier to exercise when it's not, you know, already 75 degrees in a particular room. So I guess without further ado, we will move to the live performance, which we have Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. So let me just cue up this karaoke. The karaoke. And I'm gonna sing you the song of my people. So this song, I absolutely love Pink Floyd. I've seen Nick Mason, the drummer who is one of if not the only member who's there for the entirety of the band. Saw him do the Saucer Full of Secrets tour, which blew my mind. Just what Pink Floyd was like before they got big, like before Dark Side of the Moon, before The Wall, before all the big ones that people know. Saucer Full of Secrets. That was just an experience. Like that's all you can chalk that up to. It's just an experience. So Comfortably Numb, when I was in high school, you know, when the very first iPods were coming out, I didn't have an iPod. An iPod was expensive. It had an actual small hard drive inside it. I had a 128 megabyte MP3 player. It's a little square one. I could fit, 20 songs on it, something like that. One of the ones that I put on there was Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd because I really, really, really liked it. I was in high school. Like I had Crazy Train by Ozzy on it. I forget what else. If I were to plug it in, I might still have music on it. I have no idea. Wouldn't that be a trip? Thing probably doesn't hold a charge for crap anymore, but still. I really need Cupcake to come over here, dude. So I mean, obviously this will probably it's karaoke and it's a major band, so I'm expecting another copyright flag. So far, I've not had a copyright strike because I am clearly doing my own thing, and I suck at singing and playing at the same time. It's something I'm going to try to work on. But even so, there's enough going on in this song that I wouldn't want to just play what instrument and sing with it. Like, I don't comfortably numb if you don't have the if you don't have that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel like Pink Floyd. So I'm gonna have another drink, and then I'm going to sing for you guys. Because that's what I do every week. It's the instrument I utilize the most. I'm terrible at practicing actual instruments. Alright, so just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain or receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say. When I was a child, I had a feeling. My hands stretched just like two balloons. I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you will not understand. This is not how I have become stand up. I do believe it's okay. That'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. Ah, what a great song. It is just so good. Yeah, let's hide this. So I can obviously. Oh man, shoot, we're already halfway through that list of the next month that I made. Oh shoot, so yeah, it is next week. Oh, it's singing and guitar next week. Oh, I'm so screwed. Okay, so next week, the one that I canceled before because I had it scheduled literally right before I went on vacation and had no time to practice. So I just didn't do a performance that week. Next Saturday, yeah, I'll do Still Alive by Jonathan Golden. I'll bust out the guitar and yeah. This was a try. Hey, you okay? Are you alright? Scared, Daddy. I'm almost done. So I'll be out real soon. Oh yeah. So, Cupcake, you're fine. Don't. Yeah, that's water. Do you need more? Or is there still some in there? I don't believe that you drank that whole bottle of water. Thank you all so much. Oh man, I can't just hit the. I really hate OBS sometimes. It has logged me out of YouTube. Yeah, you shouldn't have thrown your water in here, dude. I don't know why. You can't reach it. I know you can't reach it. Here. Like, I'm trying to wrap up. No. Hey. Okay, so hey, Mickey Mouse, don't drop it. No. Cupcake, you dropped it and ran. I said, don't drop your cup. You looked me in the eye, you dropped it over the gate, and you ran to Mickey Mouse. Where was my... Ah, shucks. What did I do? Um... Um... Dang it. This is only totally frustrating. Why can I not find... This is really... Dude, I'm not resetting my password. Open the YouTube app. Oh, jeez, you're really... Yes, it's me. Jeez. Like, it logged me on a chat. Ugh! Yo. Oh. There we go. Hey there! I had... Oh, I can just select latest. Latest live stream. I never have to change the date again. It'll work automatically. Cool. That's my website. That's my Twitch link. Cupcake, you're meowing at Maddie as she walks through the kitchen. I don't get it. You do you, kid. I love you. Cupcake is the light of my world. I love him so much, and I hope, son, I hope you've enjoyed this lovely hour. Yeah, because, yeah, just over an hour, because obviously the first 7-ish minutes I was talking without a microphone. Anyway, have a lovely week. I will catch some people on Twitch for Sundays of Arcadia tomorrow. We're working on Skies of Arcadia Legends, the GameCube port, the only port or re-release that my favorite game ever got. Also, the Fina first four figure statues have started going out apparently, and they did not fix her face, and I'm kind of upset about that. It yeah, they could have done better or listen to feedback. Anyway, I hope that everyone has had a good week and will have a good week this coming week. And if you can support me, cool. If not, whatever. It is what it is. Ba, 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 ba. And after Seaman, that's the last Dreamcast game. Then we will be moving on to Xbox and 360. So that's going to be fun. I've got quite the 360 library. I get to play some Fable 2 again. So the story begins. Ah, such a good game. Anyway, have a lovely week, and this is a live show. I'm not gonna do my usual sign off for stream. Have a lovely week, and catch ya when I catch you. Cupcake, love you, son. I hope this gave you better insight into who I am and how I want to be a good dad for you. So I'm trying. I really am. It's really hard when your own dad wasn't the best example. So, I love you. Just letting you know. Bye, everybody.